Hi, I'm Chip Leer with Northland Fishing Tackle, and you know what? It is that time of year. What I'm talking about is ice fishing season is almost upon us. In fact, you're gonna blink one of these days, you're gonna wake up and all the lakes are gonna be skimmed. It's gonna be time to go. But are you ready? Because now is the time that you've got to prepare yourself for when you do get out on the ice, that everything goes smoothly and efficiently. Because you know what, when it's time to go fishing, I want to get there, I want to get through that ice, and I want to get to the fish as quick as I can. One of the things I like to do in prep for that is my ice augers. And I go through all of my tools that I'm going to be using when I get out on the ice so that I'm prepared and ready to go. First thing I've got handy here is I've got a nice big heavy chisel, because when I get out onto the ice, I am going to be checking those ice conditions everywhere I go, especially early in the season. A couple of good hard pokes is going to get you through 2 to 3 inches of ice, and what you want to do is just keep constant tabs of what those ice conditions are wherever you go early season, and don't forget to wear a life jacket. But prep for that. I'll even take my bar here, and if it's not real sharp, I'll make sure that I grind it down and sharpen it up so it cuts through the ice just that much better. The first tool, and I've got a few augers that I play with throughout an entire winter. My first tool that I use every year is my hand auger. Now, depending on how cold and how fast it gets cold will determine how many days I actually use my hand auger in northern Minnesota. But I love it because it's lightweight, it's got a rubber flange on it, goes through the ice really quick, and I'll use it up to probably 4, 5, 6 inches of ice, because I can carry it around. But with all of my augers, I'm doing the same type of prep. I'm pulling off the cover. I want to look at those blades and see what kind of shape they're in, and I also want to remember what it was like the last time I drilled with them. So if they were difficult to drill or I had to apply a lot of pressure, I'm definitely going to want to replace them. In fact, one of the rules that I use on all of my augers, and you can see this one has some rust on it here, so this has got to get replaced for sure. But what I like to do is I put a new set of blades on my auger every single year. Then I take my old blades, I send those back in, I get those sharpened and ready for next year. So I've got a nice sharp set of blades going on whenever I need them. Now, the augers I use more often, I'll replace blades a few times during the winter. But my hand auger, just basically once a year, and I'm all ready to go. I also have a couple other models. My favorite gas auger is this one right here. 6-inch flange, drills really fast, nice lightweight engine here. You'll notice the last spring I ran this all the way out of fuel, dried up the engine all together. As I get ready for this season, I'm going to put in brand new fresh fuel. I love this pre-mixed high octane ethanol free fuel that comes in a can, a little more expensive, but it definitely helps the performance of your auger. And again, go through everything, tighten up the connection between the flange and the engine, tighten up the connections on the blades, put new blades on so it's ready to go. You want to do all this long before we get to the lake. We don't want to have challenges the night before, the morning of, or when you actually get to the lake. We want to do this ahead of time. And the same thing goes for my electric auger. Just as we want fresh gas, fresh electricity drills that much faster. So make sure you get that on the charger and it's ready to go. But seriously, in all honesty, just get a hold of your equipment, go through each one of the connections, tighten things up, start them up and run it, because you want to make sure it runs here so you're ready when you get out on the lake when the fish are biting, you can get to them that much faster.
Hey, if you like these videos, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. There we go. Now that's what I'm talking about, baby. Big old walleyes.
Look at that right there.